The orthographic view by design does not update automatically. Let's take a look at the process and see actually what will and will not update. On this sheet, you see that I have a very simple view created from one 20-foot joint of pipe. I will go ahead and do an annotation on that pipe. I'll go ahead for a bottom of pipe. And you can see here that my bottom of pipe elevation is 5 feet. I'm going to go out to paper space so that I can dimension my pipe. I will dimension it by object. And you'll see that I do have a 20-foot joint of pipe. All right, that being said, let's go ahead into the sheet where this piece of piping was created from. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise the elevation of the pipe 5 feet, and I'm going to lengthen the pipe 10 feet. So I'll go ahead and activate this. I'll add 10 feet to the pipe. Now I'll use my grip here to change the elevation. I'll switch over to the bottom of pipe elevation and change that to 10 feet. Now you see that we have made changes in this pipe. Let's go to the ortho, and you'll see that this is virtually unchanged. Okay, so here's the deal. We can update our annotations. We have a couple of tools that we can use. Annotations will update with it, but dimensions won't. So let's take a look. Let's go ahead and we can go to here. Wait, I want to pull that so we can keep an eye on that. We do have a validate view, update view. If we update the annotation, you'll see that that changes. The length of the pipe does not. Now, even if we do a validate and validate everything and do update of the view itself, it says it's up to date, updated anyway, you will see that in this case, it actually changed the length of the pipe. So now it is representing the pipe as it's actually drawn by doing the update, but our dimension is still off. So basically the only way to take care of that is to go ahead and delete the dimension, and then go ahead with your dimensioning tool. We'll go ahead and do it by object. And now you can see it's representing at 30 feet and the 10-foot elevation. So that being said, one of the things you want to make sure that you do is dimensions always last after everything else is totally complete. And that will ensure that you don't have to go back and redo a lot of these dimensions because they've been updated. Another option that we can employ here is the Edit View tool. Let's go ahead and take a look at that one. We'll go ahead. We're prompted to select the viewport that we want to edit, and we're brought back to the same screen where we created it. Now you can make changes here. You can change the size of the I guess you can kind of call it the viewport. Maybe you want to make it a little more narrow. Of course, we want to make sure our pipe is left in here. Okay, and we'll also go ahead and change the scale on here. We'll go ahead and scale it back to, rather than ½ inch, we'll go ahead and do it to a 1/4 of an inch scale. And we'll say okay. And now you'll see that this has been moved and your dimension has been dislocated. Once again, another reason for doing the dimensions at a time that you are pretty sure that everything is complete. But you'll notice I can also use my regular AutoCAD commands to move this around. So if I want to move this view to here, I can do that. But then what I will need to do is I will need to go here, delete my old annotations, get in here to do another ortho annotate. There we have our ortho annotate. And we can go ahead and dimension our pipe. And now we're back at where we were before. So just remember, if you're going to do an edit view any of those annotations and stuff will be thrown off. The thing to remember here is that update is not a feature of the orthographic views.